Holy shit. Hey guys, how's it going? Just kidding, I'm not gonna do that voice. Anyways, when we last left off, the one thing we got new was the airship. And the airship has to be pretty much one of the best things in this game, because now we can go anywhere, we can collect pretty much every monster, and get all the items and rewards that come with it. One of these fights is Kottos. Kottos? Kottos? Whatever. The farm freaking ogre dude. What makes him amazing in this mod particularly is that he hits incredibly hard. In a normal game, what I normally do is normally have Riku's HP normally low, because normally she has the lowest normal HP of 360. Against 18,000 damage, which is about how hard he hits for, your overdrive charge is going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 1,000. Now, as for how much AP that'll translate to with overdrive to AP on, nobody seems to know. So, when it comes to overdrive to AP, the only number we're going to be interested in is how much overdrive charge an attack will give them. So, the normal mob that people keep talking about is Tonberry. The reason people keep talking about him is because you can charge up Grudge. What is it, Karma? And you can charge that up until it hits for 99,999 HP. This is as high as any attack can get. People would usually have HP around 2,000 to 5,000 at this point in the game. So against Kottos, a base HP Riku will grant you about 1,000 overdrive. If you're looking at a full damage Grudge, you would need about 2,000 or less HP. As your HP gets even lower, this number will rapidly rise. Of course, as your HP keeps going up, you have the ability to remove those HP nodes with clear spheres, but you will need to have beaten Sin and see more Omnis. In addition, the Tonberry has a very limited number of counters he'll perform. And when you pair this with the delay that comes from dying and reviving, you might only be able to get around 5 or so, even with max agility and auto haste. Kottos, on the other hand, he will never stop beating the shit out of you. He will keep beating you until you die or he does. And another reason you'd be fighting him is just to get the spears. He drops 40 healing springs normally, and if you throw on a distiller or extract ability, you can get 40 of those spheres that you need. So I always figured, why not just do them both at the same time? Why would you split it up and have farm kills on one character and worry about all that shit? You don't need to. Just don't let Riku's HP go very high. It's really easy. Just don't give her HP spheres. Also, in a normal game, one max damage slice and dice is enough to kill him. You also don't need to feed kills to one character in order to bump up his damage. Even if you are in the absolute best of conditions, filling up karma is going to take roughly an hour or more. However, one important thing to note is that Riku's generally one of the most useful characters, solely because of use. However, I normally don't really use her, but I guess if you did, your second best option is Lulu, because Lulu's base HP is 380. And well, Lulu's one of the few characters, at least in this mod, that you pretty much will never have to use. So she makes it pretty perfect for the damage choice. Again, because this mod also has a 60% stat increase, Kottos hits like a motherfucking truck. And why we'll use Lulu is because there's only 2 obligatory fights where she will show up. Her first fight is in the Besaid tutorial against a water Flan. However, because you can have a stone strike weapon for Titus, or strong enough Titus, you can easily kill the water Flan before she even gets a turn. The Obliterator fight can easily be carried by both Titus and Kimahri. What is important to note is that you will never actually see any of these fights unless you go back and trigger the New Game Plus mode by heading back to Besaid Island. So, we'll use her. But 1 HP will only affect Comrade, but not Stoic. So you need to give her at least 1 200 HP node so that she can also get AP. So, with that part out of the way that maybe 2 of you cared about, we'll just go into our key players. Yuna and Titus. Time to get fucking jacked and fucking yoked. You don't even understand, dude. We're also going to be giving Lulu a little bit of a boost, just not her HP or defense, for reasons we just explained. We just take our airship, go get Anima, or as I like to call her, Death Gal. We can abuse Yuna's stats to power up Oblivion. Now Oblivion and 2 max damage hits will be enough to kill Fenrir in this mod. We need to kill him because we need agility. Now this is going to take a slight while because he actually gets a few hits in there, and Anima is not immune to his attacks. Now One Eye is also slightly powered up. So, instead of using 2 hits to kill him, we need 3. So, what do? Just use Oblivion. Oblivion is more than strong enough to kill him. And the reason you want to do that is because he can confuse your Aeons. And a confused Aeon is going to kill itself, and you're going to waste your turn. You don't want to do that. It's a bit of an overkill, but who cares, right? If you get the shit, you get the shit. Well, there's 2 reasons we wanted to kill him. First, the Aeons will receive a boost to all their stats depending upon how many total stats Yuna has. We'd also want to max her magic defense because we don't want magic to do shit to them. Well, I guess the 3rd reason is because he will also drop triple AP weapons. They're not necessary for the reason we explained earlier, but they will be useful when our stats get maxed out. With One Eye and Fenrir out of the way, our next choice is to go after Juggernaut. And what we do to fight Juggernaut is we open up with a frag grenade to lower his defense to nothing, and we bring out our most powerful defense Aeon, Bahamut, in order to deal with him. Because we tossed a frag grenade, Bahamut will pretty much always be hitting for maximum damage, and Bahamut has a really high defense rating, so with Protect and Haste, he can shrug off pretty much anything that Juggernaut can throw at him. We'd also need to throw in a bit of a Null Blaze to cancel out his Fire Breath, but other than that, it's pretty easy, and you can get Strength Spheres pretty quickly. Victor mode guarantees that Riku can have a full overdrive in 2 battles, so we'll just fight some garbage and then get her overdrive charged. So now we have strength, agility, and magic defense all capped. And by capped, I mean agility's effective cap of 170. So we go on to the next one, defense. First, we need to buy Machea from a mega dungeon to get some auto haste. We slap it on the 4 slot that we bought from Watts. Tanket's actually pretty easy at this point. You've got more than enough power with struggle that your team of 3 is able to kill him pretty easily. Of course, if you're feeling a little kinky, you could throw down a frag grenade and just use Oblivion. Although really, it's kind of more trouble than it's worth, but if you want to dunk on him, go ahead. Be my guest. Of course, you're going to want to slip in a few Vidatu kills for MP, but that dude drops in like 2 hits, so who really gives a shit, right? He's a joke. But now, there are 2 more stats to max out. Luck and Magic. Magic is typically considered useless in a run, so most people don't even bother with it. However, we're going to need it because we're going to be fighting Nest Slug. I actually plan on getting 100% completion with both of these mods active, and that's going to include killing every enemy in the monster arena. As far as beating Flan goes, it's pretty much your standard run. Death Cow appears to have innate magic booster, which is offset by the fact that the Jumbo Flan has more magic defense. So really what you end up seeing is a slightly less damage magic attack, which leaves us with Pain. She also has Copycat, but that ability just eats MP and doesn't work on Aeons. Double Cast Flare is not a sustainable option in the least, so we're never going to use that. Fortunately, there's a ×4 speed multiplier for the PC version, and it would also appear that MP booster affects Pain, so yeah, this will go very quickly. Sorry for you playing on PS4. PC Master Race, am I right? And with magic done, we just need luck. There could be a whole spiel about how much luck you'll need and all that shit, but let me just give you the few basics here. Penance and his arms will have a luck rating of 16. So in order to ensure that we will always land a critical hit even under blind, we would need 90 more than that, which is 106. Fortunately, he's not affected by the stat boost because he's already at maximum stats. The other Dark Aeons, however, will actually be affected by it, so they will have much higher thresholds for luck. Dark Mindy would have a base luck of 208, which means we'll never reach beyond the 72% accuracy rating on her with Quick Hit. However, as I've stated multiple times now, with the Struggle Religion, we don't have to worry about any of that shit. Any bit of their evasiveness and defensiveness is gone. We just struggle, and we can struggle with every single Aeon and win. Well, hey, that's all it for this video. That was a pretty short one considering it was just going to be about the maximizing of your stats. If you liked what you saw, please help me out and send me a like, a dislike, comment, and subscribe. Oh, what? Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time when we take on the Dark Aeons. See you later.